Hey guys, welcome to my spoiler live review of The Mandalorian episode 1 or chapter 1. And joining me today is my good friend Danny. Welcome.
What's up, Bubba? How you doing?
Doing good, man. Got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight, man.
I'm with you.
So what we're gonna do is I thought about how I was gonna do this, and I watched it twice today. I watched it this morning, and I watched it again during my lunch period at work, and I was debating, like, do I want to break down the spoiler review, by basically scene by scene, and I don't want to do that because that's too much recapping and whatnot. We can talk about how it, started off, but I want to kind of get your opinion on it and then maybe answer some of the questions you might have. I know you have a couple questions, especially with the ending. I know there's probably a lot of people that have questions about the ending. I had a couple people text me today while I was at work and asked me if I seen it and asked me like what's going on with the Mandalorians and like all this stuff. So I had a busy day. I got up about 5:30 this morning. I had to bring Autumn to work, came back, tried to get Disney Plus to work. It wasn't working for a while. Then I quickly ran in, did my review, edited my review. Then the Sonic trailer hit, did that. So it was pretty busy. So overall, what's your first impressions of episode 1 or chapter 1 is what they're calling it?
I was very, very happy. This Mandalorian gave me hope that Star Wars may actually go in the right direction. I did not think that John Favreau with I can't think his
Taika
Waititi and Dave Filoni. I think they did an excellent job. We spoke about earlier. There was one little spot I didn't like, but overall, I was captivated. I wasn't bored. The ending was totally unexpected, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. Because remember, the other day when we were live, we had the discussion of, I told you it was going to end on the cliffhanger, and I told you my speculation that I thought it might be Boba Fett showing up, and they threw a complete curveball on that one. Now, I want to address something. Okay. Because I've been seeing a couple people post this today, and I kind of want to address and kind of get off my chest. I've seen a couple people. I've seen one person in particular on my friends list, and he shared the link to Mandalorian, and he said, this takes a shit on the entire sequel trilogy, and it's only been one episode. And I was like, dude, with all respect, I say this respectfully, shut the fuck up. Okay? Like, honestly, I just want to get that out there. Because I love this episode.
I did too.
But you can't. Danny Graham, Danny's ambushing me tonight.
I'm sorry.
No, but I love this episode. I can't. There's so many Easter eggs and nuggets of where this could go. But to sit there and say after one episode that this is better than both The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. Look, you don't have to like The Last Jedi, but just on a film production level, this is nowhere near as good as The Last Jedi.
You are a more intense fan. I'm a more casual fan of Star Wars. But saying that if you did not like this episode or do not like the direction it's going, I don't think you're a true Star Wars fan. That's just my opinion.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
You and I disagree on The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. You like it a little bit more than I do. You more impressed with the feat that Luke Skywalker did. I was a little underwhelmed. But today, I watched a lot of other videos. They compare this to a Western. So
yeah.
A Western.
Like a Clint Eastwood Western, yeah.
Yeah. What it reminded me of was more of Dread. Not the one with Sylvester Stallone, but the one with Keith Urban.
Yeah.
The wore the helmet the whole time.
Yeah.
I kind of got that feel about it, which I like Dread.
Well, Dread in a lot, and I love Dread too. I bought the 3D Blu-ray copy, but Dread was also very inspired from a Western too. Mm-hmm. That Dread movie. So yeah, it was really good. The opening scene was awesome. I have one nitpick, other than the bad CGI. I have one nitpick. I wish they had like Rogue One and Solo did, and had little subtitles of what planets they were on. Because I had no idea what fucking planets they were on.
I'm thinking that was Hoth.
There's no way that was Hoth. Because there's nothing living on Hoth. Hoth is a remote planet. That's why they use it as a rebel base. So it's not Hoth. Was
So
that Tatooine?
that worm thing?
That's why I said it's not Hoth, because Hoth is remote. There's nothing living on Hoth.
Oh.
So there's something living on. I mean, they had a bar on this planet. There's no bars on Hoth. Can you imagine how the rebellion, like Leia's like, yeah, we just created a rebel base, and there's a bar up the street. So
but look, part desert, part ice. I mean,
well, no, he went to a different planet, I believe.
Okay,
like that's what I'm saying. It was so complicated with that because at least in Rogue One, it was like, oh, you're on Coruscant. Oh, you're on Mustafar. Oh, you're on Scarif. And it told you, oh, we got a super chat right off the bat, my friend. DC Big O say, hey, I haven't seen you in forever, my friend. How's it been going? As soon as it pops up, I will go ahead and throw that super chat up here and see what you have to say, my friend. For some reason, the StreamYard chat is going a little slower than the actual YouTube chat, so I don't know what the deal is with that. But once that pops up, oh, here it goes. It pops up. So here we go, and it says, DC Big Oso, yay. Dude, like I said, haven't seen you in a while, my friend. Welcome back. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. I love the Mandalorian! ! But my question is, where in the timeline, or where's the timeline at? Before Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi? So this is the question that I've got a lot of text messages from too today, because like I said, a lot of my friends know I'm like deep into the Star Wars lore, and
text you.
Yeah, they came to me and they're like, well, where does this fit? Where does this fit into the timeline? This takes place, I believe, either 3 or 5 years after Return of the Jedi. That's why when the Mandalorian goes to the one Imperial, he's like, look, Imperial credits are worthless now. The Empire. Now I'm not entirely sure if it's 3 or 5. I want to say 5 because 3 years after Return of the Jedi was the Battle of Jakku. So that's when the last of the Empire left before they went to the unknown region. So I believe that this takes place 5 years after Return of the Jedi, and I believe it's set 25 years before The Force Awakens. So
that guy that sent the Mandalorian on the mission,
he was a former Imperial officer.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why he tried to he had like that little silver plaque with the Imperial logo. And if you watch it, he has like a old Imperial uniform on, and he has like a necklace with a giant Imperial medal. And that's why the stormtroopers look like shit, because a lot of them fought in the Battle of Jakku, and then the ones that survived either went to the unknown regions with Rey Salone and General Hux's father, or they're kind of scrambling around trying to regain control in the galaxy. So that's why the stormtroopers look like hell. I mean, there's pockets of Empire all over the galaxy. There was a pocket of the Empire just being like scavengers and savages on Kashyyyk. And then Han and Leia.
What would have been cool if they would have let that guy be in Thrawn?
Well, right now in the timeline, Thrawn is in the unknown regions. He's trapped out there because at the end of Rebels, him and Ezra used the Purgle and sent themselves out into the unknown regions. So we don't know where they're at right now. So that's still yet to be seen. But like I said, Dave Filoni directed this. He also helped co-write it with Favreau. So there's a good chance that we're gonna get connections into Rebels and Clone Wars. That's inevitable. But Big DC, oh yeah. Thank you so much for your super chat, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so very much, my friend. So
back question.
Yeah, shoot.
Why do you think they gave 2 sets of orders? Because the bounty hunter robot had 1 set, and the bounty hunter had kind of a different.
So, it wasn't really 2 sets of orders. If you go back, how many times did you watch the episode? 1 or twice?
I watched it just before I came on, so about 1.5.
Okay.
I didn't get to that part though. I know he said to Mandalorian that if you got proof that you killed a person, that's still as good as getting
So basically, this isn't like I said. This is the remnants of the Empire. What's left of the Empire. So he gives the Mandalorian the basically the bounty. He's like, look, dead or alive, but if it's dead, it's going to be half the price, right? But the doctor's like, no, we want it alive. Mm-hmm. And the reason why they want it alive, and this is what I assume, there's no confirmation on this. I assume that the baby Yoda creature is Force sensitive.
Yep.
and the Doctor wants it to study it. So that's why the Doctor wants it alive. But the Empire, with Vader and the Emperor, they try to wipe out all the Jedi. So that's why he wants it dead. So the Doctor wants it alive. The Imperial officer wants it dead. And then the droid was like, well, I'm just going to go ahead and kill it. It doesn't matter, So I think that's why they had two sets of orders. But the reason why the Mandalorian, we're just going to jump into the end here. The reason why the Mandalorian was protective of it, because earlier in the episode, there was a flashback scene of him as a boy. And that's take place in the Clone Wars. You can see the battle droids like killing all the people. So what I guess, and this is just speculation, I've seen some other people speculate it, but I'm going to take it a step further. My speculation is during the Clone Wars, the Separatists and the droid army invaded wherever this guy was from, killed his entire family. I do not think he's a born Mandalorian. I think he is then adopted by the Mandalorians. That's why he's so eager to prove himself and get the upgraded armor. Like he's doing all these. Yes, because the Mandalorian, like a true Mandalorian, has their pride is their armor. They're building up their armor as their pride. That's why he's so hell bent on getting this armor, because he's trying to prove himself as a real Mandalorian. And he even says in this episode, he's like, I was a foundling or foundling. Which means the Mandalorians founded him. They found him after his parents were killed. What's this? Star Wars, Jeremy, Instagram. That's I think her name Ruth. I could be completely wrong. I'm horrible with names. Thank you, Ruth. But so that's pretty much the speculation going on right now. Was
in that flashback, it also looked like he was in the Millennium Falcon in one of those smuggler crates, because he had the white seats that the Millennium Falcon does.
Yeah, but that could be any kind of ship. That's not necessarily the Millennium Falcon. Ruthie, okay, got it. I got it. Memory bank now. Thank you so much. But so that's speculation that his family and his people were murdered during the Clone Wars, and then he was then adopted by a Mandalorian or the Mandalorian people, and he is trying to upgrade his armor to try to prove himself as a Mandalore. And the reason why he's taking such what's the word I'm looking for?
Painstaking.
No, not painstaking, but like when he came across the Yoda creature at the end, the reason why it kind of registered with him was, who did the Jedi fight in the Clone Wars? The droid army and the Separatists. So of course he wants to protect the if this thing is force sensitive, he feels like a connection to protect it, because the droid and this episode is really, really layered. If you start thinking about in terms of the Clone Wars animated series, the Rebels animated series, the novels, the movies, like it's very, very layered. There's so many different layers going on within this episode. That's why I like this episode so much, because there's go ahead.
The iron that they use, I think they call it Beskar iron.
Yeah, I'm a nerd, but I don't go that deep into knowing the metals.
I think his helmet is made out of that stuff.
Yeah, you can tell his helmet's already made.
They mentioned it in the first scene. The guy said, "Is that whatever the kind of iron it is?"
Yeah. Well, if you go back and watch some of the trailers, you can see where he's got that armor all decked out later on in the trailers. So he's gonna get that decked out. We got a super chat coming in. Let me throw that up there, and it comes from John Martinez, sends in a $2 super chat. Holla at your boy. Keep up the good content. Thank you so much, John. I appreciate it, my friend. Thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate it, my friend. Sending my love to you. Thank you very much. So what were you saying, Danny?
I said I believe that, like you said, he's trying to get more of that armor to put on there. So I think, like you said, later on you're going to see like he's already decked out. Going back to an earlier point, I think they could have cut out maybe the section where he was trying to learn to ride that thing. I didn't think that was necessary.
No, it was necessary, because I don't even know why I put a 1 at the end, but it was necessary in the terms of it's based off a Western. If you go back and watch Westerns, they try to learn to ride the horse and stuff. So
Break the horse, yeah.
yeah, it was just an homage and a wink to old Westerns. And yeah, so I that didn't bother me at all. The one thing that I was a little disappointed in was that it was only like 35 minutes long. I was expecting like 45 minutes to an hour.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing I wanted to say,
Did you say that you like the series that got a smaller time than the hours?
When it comes to like animated stuff, like I like Rebels and Resistance being short because I can binge through like an entire season in like a day. I like Cobra Kai season 1 and season 2 are like 30 minutes. Glow is 30 minutes. So I can bust through those seasons in a day. But the problem is those all come out in a binge. Like Cobra Kai and Glow, all the episodes come out at once. Where this is being week to week, I want an hour. I want to be able to enjoy this and sit there for an hour. Especially since we're all playing. Well, let's be honest, the majority of us are paying Disney Plus for the Star Wars Mandalorian.
Yep.
Because we're not getting Falcon Winter Soldier and stuff until much later. They're just now going into production. Mm-hmm. So. I like when Clone Wars comes out in February, when the final season of Clone Wars comes out in February, I'm fine with 25, 30-minute episodes. But for this, I want to see like a 50 to an hour long episode. And because this is the closest thing we're going to get to Game of Thrones since Game of Thrones is over. And this felt like a lot of Game of Thrones to me.
How many episodes are going to
have? 8 episodes this year. So we got an episode today. We're getting episode 2 on Friday. Then next Friday, then it's gonna start being released every Friday. And then so that's good. At least we're getting 2 episodes this week because with them and I heard a rumor. I don't know if this is true. I heard they shot this whole episode like a year ago and pitched it to Kathleen Kennedy. And she was like, okay, let's go ahead and do it. And then they filmed the rest of the episode. So they filmed this episode not knowing they were going to do a series. This was just Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau pitching it to Kathleen Kennedy. So that's why you don't see the Mandalorian without the helmet or anything, because that's not Pedro Pascal under that.
It's just some other Joe Schmo. Hello? Robert. Hello?
Okay, we're back. I don't know what the hell happened there. Don't know. You back, Danny? You back?
I'm back. Yeah.
Yeah. We're back. I don't know what happened. We're back. Yeah, it froze. I don't go through I only had maybe 1 or 2 hiccups on StreamYard.
Yeah, but StreamYard is awesome.
Yeah, StreamYard works pretty much flawlessly, and I really, really like it. Hey guys, if you haven't already done so, please be sure to hit that like button. That way, the more likes, we can get more people in here, and it'll start trending more, and it'll help out a lot. So if you can give me the like button, that would help out a lot.
I'll tell you what else was awesome too.
What's that?
That robot. That
IG-11. Yeah, IG-11. He'll be back. There's no way he's gonna die off yet. He's probably going. What I think is gonna happen now, what I like about this is
maybe he reprogramming to help serve him.
I don't know about reprogramming, but I
seem to have a issue with droids.
Yeah, he does. Because I told you, the entire clone army killed his family in the flashback. So of course he's not gonna like droids. Just like Cassian and Rogue One didn't like those 2 Asian Force user guys because Cassian's family was a separatist. So he was raised that the Jedi were bad, so that's why he doesn't trust them. Whereas this guy, his family was slaughtered by the battle droids and the separatists, so that's why he doesn't trust droids. But what I think is going to happen, and I think this is why it's so intriguing, is I think they're going to set it up to where somehow the droid is going to either repair itself or someone's going to fix it, and then he's going to be out to hunt the Mandalorian. I think the Mandalorian is now on the run. By him not killing the little baby at the end, he is now going to be on the run. I think that's why that Gina girl is going to come in. She's going to be his partner as backup. And I think
the blacksmith.
not the blacksmith. She was in the trailer. She's that MMA fighter. She's got that big ass gun in all the trailers. The girl, she's gonna be his like sidekick because they're gonna be on the run. Like I have a feeling the Empire is gonna come after him because we've seen Esposito's character hunting him down in the trailers. I have a feeling that IG-11 is going after him now. So now basically the Mandalorian just put a big ass fucking target on his back now, and I'm really curious of how that's going to work now. I really do. And I was watching Ken Knapsack's review on it before I on my way home, and he was talking about how all the Mandalorians were like in this like shack or something, just chilling. You know, when he went to go get his upgrade to his armor, you see like all the Mandalorians in that one spot. They're thinking maybe there might be an uprising where the Mandalorians are preparing for war against someone, maybe the rest of the Empire, because
in that box that he had, that his payment was a box of that metal. And that seemed very very dear to them because they were saying, because she asked him something about did he receive his signet, whatever that's supposed to be.
Yeah. So, well, what I think could happen too is I think there might be a way, because we know he's going to get the rest of the metal because we've seen it in the trailer where he has the armor, right? I think there might be something to where he turns in the baby to get the metal, and then he's like, I got to go back for that baby. And then he goes in and tries to get the baby back or something.
Yeah.
So Robert likes Star Wars now. I've always liked Star Wars. What kind of fucking is that?
Why didn't that crook grab those guns when he opened up the cabinet? That didn't make sense to me.
Probably because he knew he was going to get his ass killed. He probably looked at it like, I ain't going to touch this shit because he's going to fucking kill me. But yeah, and I didn't too much care for that guy. That blue guy, the blue fish guy, I didn't like him, man. I just felt like
he was trying to be too funny.
Yeah. It was like, dude, like this is kind of feels like not, it felt like Star Trek. I'm not gonna lie.
He was comic relief.
Yeah, he felt like it felt like a character from Star Trek. I was so happy when they used carbonite on his ass. I was like, yeah, dude, that was
cool. Different. Now, someone said on one of the YouTubes I watched that female was Kathleen Kennedy. That was her.
Kathleen Kennedy.
Mm-hmm.
They might have used a proxy for her. Why not? We all want to put Kathleen Kennedy in carbonite. I also heard one of them say George Lucas was one of them too.
Yeah, the last guy.
Yeah, I'll go back and relook at it.
I looked at it. I tried to look at it. I really don't know how she looks. I don't pay much attention to her.
Trust me, you don't want to pay attention to her.
But I'm gonna look and see if that guy looks like George Lucas.
Yeah, you don't want to pay attention to Kathleen Kennedy. No one wants to pay attention to Kathleen Kennedy.
She has a team now, in my opinion, that could reshoot episode 9 and make it good.
They can't reshoot episode 9 and make it better now. The shit comes out in like 4 weeks, man. It comes out in like 4 to 5 weeks. There's no way.
When was this test where
I was watching Drunk 3POs and I was mostly watching Jeremy's video when I came across the information. And Jeremy said that, well, Jeremy was watching a video. So it was sort of like a he said, she said thing. Jeremy was watching a video of this guy who said he had sources that said months ago they had these test screenings. So they already reshot it with George's vision. But yeah, so I don't know, man.
I hope it's not a dud, because if it's a dud, then it's gonna hurt Mandalorian, and I think
it's not gonna hurt Mandalorian.
I think so. There's already fans now.
You know why it's not gonna hurt Mandalorian?
Right.
You want to know why? Mandalorian is gonna be over with by the time Force Awakens or episode 9 comes out. There's only 8 episodes,
so that's 2 months.
Well, don't forget we're getting an episode this week. And then next week, so by the end of this week, we'll have like 5 episodes left. By the end of next week, that's one that the week episode 9 comes out is the last week for Mandalorian. So it's not going to affect Mandalorian at all. It's not going to affect Mandalorian at all, man. You're going to have fans. You're going to have fans that that will support just the Mandalorian. You'll have fans like me that support everything, and then you'll have fans that supports just the movies. The thing I try to tell people is that there's something. If you're a Star Wars fan, there's something for everyone. Okay, if you don't like the movies, give the books a shot.
Yep.
If you don't like the books, give the comics a shot. You don't like the comics, you got Clone Wars and Rebels. And now you got the Mandalorian. So there's something for everyone if you're a Star Wars fan.
I agree.
You know? So it's like I kind of get upset when people are like, well, Star Wars is a disaster right now. Well, some parts of it is, but there's also parts that's not. You know, I don't think you can tell the people that did Mandalorian love Star Wars. Yep. And the best part about it is Kathleen Kennedy doesn't bother them at all. That's the best part. And that's why it's going to be successful, because Kathleen Kennedy's going to be like, Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, you guys go do your show. I'm going to worry about this next set of movies. Let her focus on the movies. That way, if the movies bomb like Solo did, then at least the hardcore fans will be like, well, who cares? We'll wait till Obi-Wan comes out next year, or Cassian, or Crimson Dawn, or whatever fucking shows they do. And like, dude, I was thinking about this today. This is like a Hail Mary pass. I'm not saying this is going to come true. This is just a Hail Mary pass, right? What if this little baby at the end grows up? Because remember, this takes place about 25 years before Force Awakens. What if this baby grows up and becomes the next future of the Jedi? You know, like it's possible, because I was doing the math, because I seen someone joke today and be like, well, what happened? Did Yoda have a baby with Yaddle? And I'm sitting there thinking, and I made up the time, and it's possible, man. It's possible.
I never thought of that, but
because the episode 1 takes place 20 years before the original trilogy. And this takes place after Return of the Jedi. So this is like about a 30-year gap, loosely a 30-year gap, right? Yaddle, the female Yoda, was on the Jedi Council in episode 1. She was right next to like Mace Windu and Yoda. And then she wasn't in episode 2 or 3. So maybe she gave birth and she just left the Jedi Council. And then this is the child of Yaddle and Yoda. I'm completely making shit up. I'm just saying there's a possibility out there, people.
Because wouldn't that go against the code? They're not supposed to have.
Yeah, well, Obi-Wan also had a girlfriend too. So and Quinlan Voss had a girlfriend. Like, they all were fucking, man. Everybody was fucking on the Jedi Council. You know, it's sort of like in Game of Thrones, where they're like, the people on the wall can't have sex. They all go down to the brothel and have sex. Fucking Obi-Wan fucking, Anakin fucking, and yet they want to shame Anakin. They're all shaming Anakin, but they're all fucking behind the door. You gonna tell me Mace Windu ain't fucking somebody? You telling me Mace Windu ain't fucking somebody?
You're probably right, but I thought Yoda was supposed to be like the most strictest adherence to all this kind of stuff. But
actually, he's not. He's actually not. Mace Windu is more strict than Yoda. Mace Windu is a lot more strict than Yoda. But I just don't see Mace Windu just yanking it off himself. He's got a booty somewhere, man.
It'd be cool if they tied that little baby into episode 9.
Well, I don't think that's gonna happen. That's really asking for it.
Because you said if it's 25 years after.
Yeah, but what I'm getting at is, so after episode 9, they got to do something new with the series, because the Skywalker saga is over. They can't do an episode 10. They either got to go back to the Old Republic or go so far in the future that none of the other characters are there. They got to do all new characters, okay? They can't keep relying on Leia and all that, because when you fuck up those characters, people get pissed off. That's why everybody hates Last Jedi. Hashtag not my Luke Skywalker, all this fucking bullshit, right? I'm gonna make a shirt that says hashtag is my Luke Skywalker, but that's another day. But what happens if like the next Star Wars trilogy takes place like 30 years after Rise of Skywalker, and we have like an ascended Rey, or maybe even an old ass Rey with this baby Yoda on the council somewhere, and they're training a whole new thing of Jedi.
That's possible.
You know what I mean?
That's possible.
So, well, the best thing about this is it can character build now. It can. I mean, I could be talking out of my ass for all I know. The baby dies in the next episode. I don't fucking know.
You're right.
But I'm just saying, like, there's room to character build now.
At least I have
For all
seen
we know,
no
the
indication.
Mandalorian himself is, huh?
So at least I haven't seen any indication of woke or any kind of agenda other than just the show
No,
itself.
like I said, with this episode, or with this show in general, Kathleen Kennedy's hands off. She's not sitting there with like a list of fucking shit that you have to do. You know, I guarantee you, when Ryan Johnson did episode 8, they probably gave him a list of like, you need to put some kind of social commentary shit in there. You know, and he had a lot. That man had a lot of social commentary. He had animal abuse, rich people selling to fucking criminals. Like, he had a lot of fucking shit in that movie that he was touching on.
I don't see any of that in this, so I hope they just keep it strictly Star Wars, and that would be fine with me.
They haven't had any of that in any of the other Dave Filoni stuff. They didn't have any of that in Clone Wars or Rebels, as far as I know. So
I don't recall.
Ryan Johnson didn't write the script. Ryan Johnson did write the script. It says written by Ryan Johnson, buddy. What the hell are you talking about? It said written and directed by Ryan Johnson, my friend.
Who said that?
But
Clark Savage Jr.
Clark Savage, yeah. So like, let's get back to Mandalorian. I want to talk more about Mandalorian. What are some of the other things that you want to see? What are some of the questions you have? You know, so on and so forth.
I want to see his backstory. I want to see where he came from.
Oh, we're gonna get more of that.
His training to how he became affiliated with the Mandalorians. Also, I want to learn about that Gil, because it seemed like the Gil got like a head start on the bounty hunting for whatever reason, and pretty much that's about it. Right? I'm really curious about that baby.
Yeah,
they want to like test it, like the doctor said, to see. That I've reading somewhere today that Yoda's species is very strong in the Force, very Force sensitive. So
yeah,
does he want
that's
to try
why
and tap into that, or does he want to try and do
study it or something? He wants to pull the metachlorians from that little baby's blood. Yep. That's what he wants to do. You know what I really liked about this episode too, and I totally forgot about it, dude. I like the Nick Nolte character.
Yep,
dude, I loved him. He's like, I have spoken. Dude, yep. I love that shit, dude. He's like, I have spoken. Dude, it was so good, man. It was that fucking character was good. That's why I didn't care about the because the one thing I didn't like about this episode was the CGI with them riding on the fucking creature's back. I just felt like it was
one side view, and you could tell it was in a green room.
It looked awful. I watched it on my big TV this morning, and then at lunch I watched it on my phone, and you could tell even on a little phone it didn't look good.
If you got a grade, what would you give it?
If I was gonna rate it, if I was gonna go through a scale 1 to 10, I would give it an 8. I would give it an 8. Yeah, I think an 8's pretty good for it. What about you?
I'm thinking 8. I would lean more towards 9.
Well, if you want to give it a 9, give it a 9. Don't let my score.
I liked everything about it except like I told you, that one thing was the only really glitch in what I saw. When I was watching it this morning, I was super excited. Watching the game before we came on the air. So I'm going to say this again. I don't believe you can be a real, true Star Wars fan and not like the show. I just don't believe it. It did not stink. The stuff was believable. It wasn't too far-fetched out there. I liked everything about it. I like the cowboy western feel. I like the homage to Dredd, the helmet thing. So to me, it was cool. I'm looking forward to Friday.
Yeah, me too. Hey, if you guys have you guys watching, if you guys have any questions that you want me to answer about the show, keep it about the show though, because we're doing a spoiler review for Mandalorian. So I want to keep it Mandalorian only. If you guys have any questions, start firing in the questions. This is your show too. So fire in the questions, hit that like button, and we'll start going through some of these questions.
I want to clear something up. I heard somebody said on another channel that Boba Fett is a Mandalorian. He's not a Mandalorian.
He's not a Mandalorian.
He's from Camino. He was a clone, but he was a clone. He wasn't given that stuff to make him grow fast.
So from what I understand, and I don't know everything about Jango Fett, all I know is Jango Fett is not a Mandalorian. Jango Fett is a guy who basically just like, hey, I like this armor, and he started wearing Mandalorian armor.
Exactly.
And Boba Fett is a clone of Jango Fett, who donned his father's armor. You know, he wore the Mandalorian armor because his father wore Mandalorian armor. But he is not a Mandalorian in any shape or form. That is 100% false.
I believe he changed his colors because his dad uniform.
His dad had like the solid platinum, and
he was green.
Yeah, his was like green and all fucked up, man. But yeah, but Django was the man.
Yep.
Yeah, so Dion asks, is Disney Plus on smart devices? I just said I watched it on my phone, my friend. I literally said I watched it on my phone. Yeah,
I watched it on my iPad this morning.
It's on iPad, PS4, Xbox One, Roku, Fire Stick, smart TV, smart toilets, smart toothbrushes, you name it, they got it on there. If it's smart, they got it.
If you have Verizon, I think it's free for a year.
Yeah. I have a friend that has Verizon, and he was telling me that. But like, dude, it's like super cheap anyway, though. I'm paying less for this and have more content than I do with the DC Universe app. I think I'm paying $7.99 for the DC Universe app, and it doesn't have nowhere near the amount of content that Disney Plus has. It's insane. So I plan on doing a Disney Plus first impressions tomorrow. So once I get done streaming tonight, I want to go through and kind of go through some of the stuff because they got a lot of stuff I want to kind of go through and play with. I seen they had they got like gargoyles.
They got all the Spider-Mans.
Yeah, they got all the Spider-Man. They don't have Spectacular Spider-Man though. I didn't see it. I could be wrong. Could be wrong.
Like the Spider-Man's Amazing Friends.
And they had the 90s Spider-Man. They had the Ultimate Spider-Man.
I think I'm not sure they had the MTV Spider-Man either. I'm not certain about that.
I'm looking it up right now. I'm on the app.
I didn't like that Spider-Man. When the MTV did.
Either did I. So, okay, Spider-Man. Okay, so we got Marvel's Spider-Man, the 90s Spider-Man, just the 1981 Spider-Man, Spider-Man Unlimited, Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate Comics Spider-Man. Yeah, they don't have Spectacular Spider-Man.
Spider-Man Unlimited was cool too. I like that one.
Yeah, and they don't have the MTV one either. So, yeah. Okay, here's a good question too. I believe his name is Chansey. I could be completely wrong. What exactly is a Mandalorian? I'm like Star Wars, but I'm not a fanatic. I think he meant I like Star Wars, but not a fanatic. Okay, so let's have a little discussion time with Robert Storms. Okay, Mandalorian is basically a warrior group of people. Yeah, like a clan, but not really a clan. They're not really a race because they're like humanoid. So basically, there's this planet called Mandalorian. Okay, or Mandalore. I'm sorry, Mandalore. I don't know what the fuck I'm thinking. I've been saying Mandalorian so much today, just automatically in my head. So Mandalore is a planet, and on Mandalore there are different tribes of Mandalorians, right? Almost like Game of Thrones, where you have like the Starks are part of Westeros, and you know the Lannisters are over here and here, and you got different houses. Well, on Mandalore, there's different houses of Mandalorians. And they were like wars with Jedi, and there were like all kinds of wars and stuff going on. And the culture is very, very deep. And during the Clone Wars, Darth Maul went there, took the Darksaber, murdered Duchess Satine, who was the leader of the Mandalorians. And then that led into Rebels, where, you know, it's a whole thing. But basically, the short story is they are a group of people on the planet Mandalore who they're a warrior race, a fighting group of people. And basically, there's different houses and so on. So I had a friend that messaged me today and asked me that same question. I recommend just going back, watch some of the Mandalorian Clone Wars episodes and some of the Mandalorian Rebel episodes. And guess what, guys? If you got Disney Plus, they're all right there. So you can go back and watch every bit of it. If you have questions, it connects to it. So go ahead and watch Clone Wars. You can just go through. You'll see any episode that's related with Mandalorian and Mandalore, and you can watch that. Same thing with
they can hold it on against Jedi too. They're highly trained.
They had a dark saber. The rumor or legend is that the dark saber came from the original Mandalorian who was a Jedi, and it's all kinds of stuff. I am smart enough to tell you that I am dumb when it comes to knowing all the facts on Mandalorian. I was never a big Mandalorian fan as a kid. I was like, oh, Mandalorians, okay, whatever. I care about the fucking Jedi. That's what I care about. Fuck the Mandalorian. But that doesn't mean I don't still respect them as characters in Star Wars. That's one of the things I tell everybody. You don't have to love everything with Star Wars, but focus on the stuff you like. I'm not a big Mandalorian fan. I like the Jedi, but I still respect the Mandalorians and try to keep up on what they are and their culture and the history of their people. So, yeah, that's pretty much the gist on that one. Let me see. Gave us almost all the MCU movies. That's not even Star Wars related. That's not Star Wars related. So there's no Star Wars related questions popping up here. I'm scrolling through.
David Cortana,
what?
David Cortana asks one. Do you think it will cross over with Obi-Wan? Yeah.
Two different time periods, man. You're talking about something that's 20 years beforehand. You're talking about something that happened 20 years beforehand, maybe even 25 years beforehand. Because yes, Christopher, you need Disney Plus, my man. You need Disney Plus, my man. You're talking about something that the Obi-Wan series is taking place 5 to 6 years after Revenge of the Sith. This show takes place 5 years after Return of the Jedi. So there is a 25 to 30 year gap. There is nothing in this show that's going to connect other than how the Separatists destroyed this kid's army, because you're probably going to get some Clone Wars flashbacks in Obi-Wan, but there's no way in monkey hell we're getting any kind of, like, there's no way the Mandalorian is going to knock up on Obi-Wan's hut and go, hey, how you doing? And Obi-Wan's going to be like, hello there. That's not going to happen. They're not going to interconnect that way. You're talking about something that's like almost 3 decades apart. So that's not going to happen. I would think there's going to be more of a connection from this and other future movies. I hope the Mandalorian, they're already filming season 2. I hope we get like 4 or 5 seasons of this. I really do. I think they can do so much with this, and if they keep it going, because I know that the Star Wars films are going to go on a hiatus, right? Bob Iger said that Star Wars is going on a hiatus. As long as they keep producing these shows and we get like maybe 2 shows a year, that's enough to keep me entertained for a while, you know, because I can always go back and watch everything. Like right now, like I said, you got all of Clone Wars, all Rebels, all Resistance, all the Star Wars movies, and you have the Mandalorian now. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of stuff to watch and rewatch. So there's a lot to keep you busy. So
I agree.
Are you gonna go back and watch any of the like Rebels or Clone Wars stuff, Danny?
I'm definitely gonna watch Clone Wars.
Yeah, dude,
I like Clone Wars. Rebels. I never really got the Rebels, but I'm gonna give it a chance.
Rebels is so much better. Rebels, if you can get past season 1 of Rebels, dude, it is so fucking good. I'm talking about Darth Vader versus Ahsoka, fucking Thrawn showing up, the Mandalorians and the Dark Saber and Darth Maul versus Obi. Like, dude, if you can get past the first season, because I'm with you. I watched the first season. I bought it when it came out on Blu-ray, and it was iffy. The season finale is great. But if you can get past the first season, it's really good. Just like Clone Wars, if you get past the first 3 seasons of Clone Wars, you're good. The first 3 seasons of Clone Wars is really tough.
I was always entertained with Clone Wars.
I found Clone Wars lackluster.
I especially like
there'll be like 3 or 4
when Yoda went on there to find
Darth Bane
going behind the Sith and stuff. I thought that was one of my favorite episodes.
To me, Clone Wars were like, you would have like a bunch of good episodes and then like 3 or 4 crappy episodes and then a bunch of good episodes and then a bunch of crappy episodes, But like I said, being a Star Wars fan, if you don't like those episodes, just go to the episodes you like.
Yep.
Don't dwell on it. Just go to the next thing. You know what I mean? There's literally something for everybody in the world of Star Wars right now. Like there is. Like I know that I know Ryan is a big fan. Well, I don't know if you actually talked to Ryan, but I was on Ryan's live stream. I talked to him a little bit on Twitter. I know he was a big EU fan. But, like, of course you're going to be a big EU fan and you're going to be attached to the EU because you grew up reading the EU, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you grew up and you read the Thrawn trilogy and the Jedi Academy trilogy and you're attached to that, and then, like, one day they're just like, yeah, that don't count no more. Of course you're going to be upset and heartbroken on it because you were a fan of that nostalgia and all that stuff, right? But I really implore people to give other things a shot because there's a lot of good stuff in canon. And let's not forget, canon is relatively young. You know what I mean? It's relatively young. It's only been out for like maybe the new canon has only been out for like 5 or 6 years, where EU had decades to evolve. So
I've read a lot of the legends. I've read very little.
I read a handful of Legends books. There's some good ones. There's some bad ones. Just like in the canon, there's some good canon books. There's some bad canon books. You know, but I always move on to the next one. I read one. If I don't like it, I move on to the next one. You know, there's one I read a couple weeks ago, maybe about a month ago, called Alphabet Squadron. All right, did not like it, man. Did not like it. But yeah, just moved on to the next one. Ruthie said, what did Ruthie say here? The holiday special is very special to the point where I never want to see it again. So true. They referenced the holiday special in episode 1 of The Mandalorian when that one blue alien is like, yeah, I guess I'm not gonna make it to Life Day or something. I was like, wow, they really did that, dude. I want to read Legacy of the Force because that's the books where Mara Jade gets killed in it. The Legacy of the Force. I've been wanting to, but I'm trying to keep up on my canon stuff, man.
I think the last one I read was the Emperor sent Darth Maul to his prison, but he couldn't use any of his Force powers. He tried to kill. I can't think of the name of it, but it has a picture of Darth Maul, and he's like in chains on the book. I think I do better if I can get the audio books.
That's what I do. That's what I do. That's what I do. I buy all the books when they come out, but I also have an Audible account. So I work in this cold cooler all day and I'm by myself. So when I don't have time to sit and read, I put my headphone in and I listen to the audiobook. So I get through stuff a lot faster. And the audiobooks, dude, I'm going to be honest with you, they play the music. There's voice acting. It's like you're listening to a fucking movie, man. So I have like 30 Star Wars movies on my phone that I get to listen to. But yeah.
You said that's called audiobook, you said?
Audible. There's
Audible.
an app. Yeah, there's an app. It's where is it? Yeah, it's an app. And I got it right here, Audible. And it's $14.99 a month, and you get a free book every month. And the books are like $30, so you're getting it half off every month. But if you sign up, you get the first book for free.
That's kind of like it on my Kindle.
Yeah, probably, yeah. And it's awesome, dude. It's awesome. It's like having episodes or movies in your ears. It's just fantastic. What did Ruthie say here? I can't wait to see the comic books of Kylo Ren in their dude, right? I'm going to the comic shop Thursday. I haven't been to the comic shop in like a month because, you know, I since I sold my collection, I kind of been off the comic books lately. I'm only a subscriber to Zombie Tramp and a couple other ones like Walking Dead and everything I used to read. All they stopped making them. So I've been wanting to read these fucking Kylo Ren books, dude. Have you seen this shit? Have you seen what they look like, Danny?
No, I have not.
Dude, the cover of issue 2 is Ben Solo and Luke Skywalker fighting the Knights of Ren.
Oh, I mean, check that out. I usually go on Sundays to the comic book store where I'm at. So I'll check that out this Sunday when I go.
Yeah, dude. I don't know when they release. I don't know. I think it's sometime this month. I don't know exactly when, but I think it's gonna be like a 5 or 6 issue miniseries. and it's going to be
Who's doing the
basically
artwork and the writing?
I don't even know, dude. That's how far out I've been on comics lately.
Okay.
Like I just have not been to the comic shop. I haven't had money to go to the comic shop. Right now, I'm trying to figure out. I got this idea I want to do for my YouTube channel. I want to kind of upgrade the studio. I want to get a cam link. So I have a clear picture. I can use my Canon SL2 for live streaming. And what I want to do is I want to start live streaming and then clipping out videos and using them as solo videos. That way I'm not doing triple amount of videos. I know Campia does that, Collider does that, Christian Harloff does it. But the part I need is $120. So yeah. So needless to say, I'm saving up for all that stuff. And I'm trying not to go to the comic shop or spend any unnecessary amount of money. I already kind of went out and bought the Star Wars video game that comes out this Friday, the Jedi Fallen Order. So that's sort of like my me time that I can't spend no more money. All the money I made on our last live stream from like Lucifer and Christopher, dude, that's all being tucked away. That like Christopher comes back in right now with another super chat, but all that's being tucked away. That's not being spent. Like that's all going into the bank, and then I'm going to use it to upgrade the equipment here on the channel. So
that's smart.
Yeah, because the only bad thing is though is I don't know. It's just I gotta like upgrade my desk. I gotta go to IKEA, buy another desk, and I gotta do some stuff. But I have a vision of where I want to do. I want to do the Stormscast live. I want to do it like 3 nights a week, and then I want to take clips of that and play it throughout the week in solo videos. So I have an idea. I just got to go with that. Oh, hey Christopher, thank you for that super chat, my friend. I appreciate it. Has there been any other Star Wars questions? I like how David's like, Rex Racer, this isn't your first time he has, right? Well, first time I don't even know what the hell you were trying to say, David. I don't even know what David was trying to say, but I think David was trying to defend me. I appreciate that. And I appreciate your super chat, Chris. I appreciate that, my friend. The man breaking bank, man. He spent like, what, $150 the other day? Like, damn, man. Fucking Lucifer, dude. Lucifer is crazy. That man came in, just drop it.
Lucifer is a beast, buddy.
Yeah. Hey, we got 36 likes.
That's good. Yeah. How many people
on? We got 41 people watching.
Good deal.
I would figure, since tonight's a big night, we would have more people on. I think everybody's on Drunk 3PO's live stream. That dude's got like over 100 or some people watching. I don't know how the hell I got 22,000 subscribers. He has 6,000, and he's got like 5 times more people watching him. He knows how to throw a party, I guess. That man's got like some good luck charm. He must have one hell of a...
He was playing a piano.
Yeah, I seen that. I also think he has like one hell of a social media following, because like he'll like, because I noticed when he comes on my streams, he'll send out a link on Twitter, on his Twitter, of my stream of him being on, and I would go to like 150 to 200 people watching. So he has like one hell of a social media following.
He has the it.
Yeah. See, I don't deal with the social media thing. Like I feel like an old person on Twitter. I don't want to mess with Twitter. Like I share the links and stuff, and that's about it. If someone I know like tweets something, I'll hit the heart button or whatever. But like I feel like an old man trying to figure out how to use a DVD player when it comes to Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter is a little more complicated than Facebook and stuff.
Facebook is super easy, man.
I'll try to send you pictures and stuff on Twitter, and it's like, oh, God.
Dude, I can't do shit on Twitter, man. I had people from Geeks and Gamers say they tweeted me stuff, and I never found it. Like, it gets lost. I can't find anything. Like, I am just absent-minded when it comes to Twitter. Give me some Jell-O and prune juice and just call it a day.
What?
Prune juice, man. You don't like prune juice, my friend?
No.
Oh, man. You're older than me. You should be liking that old stuff, too.
Yeah, my bowel movement is quite okay.
Oh, mine too. I just like the shit.
I like the grape juice. Grape juice is awesome.
Yeah, I do like grape juice too. I like apple juice though, man. I can drink apple juice like it ain't nothing, man. Fucking love apple juice, especially some apple cider with some cinnamon. Woo wee.
There's one guy said something about Greedo. Did you catch that, Robert?
Oh yeah, you didn't hear about that?
I heard him
Okay,
say.
so you know all the Star Wars movies are on Disney Plus, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they are all upgraded to 4K, and which is a big deal because the original trilogy and the prequels aren't on 4K yet. Like you can't go to the store and buy a 4K version, so that's a big deal. But here's the biggest deal: Episode 4, they redid the Greedo and Han shoots first moment again.
Okay.
So like every time this fucking movie's been released, they changed the Greedo thing, right? So now Han and Greedo still shoots first instead of Han, right? But now Greedo says something before he fires the gun. Like right before he pulls the trigger, he says something. I forgot what the fuck he says because I've only had people come out and message me. I haven't seen the clip for myself, but I was like, dude, why are they constantly changing this shit every time they release this movie? The Han shot first scene has been changed like 8 times by now.
I don't know.
It's insane.
I don't know what's the big deal with that. What's the
It's George Lucas's thing, man. I wouldn't be surprised if that new change came from George Lucas. Like George Lucas is like, sure, you can put them on 4K, but you got to change this. Because every time George Lucas went from like the regular edition, the special edition, to DVD special edition, to Blu-ray, he changed it each and every time. Same thing with Jabba. When Han steps over Jabba, he kept changing the textures to make it look better each time he did it. So I actually give George Lucas a lot of props. He tries to keep it. Greedo said, "Oh shit." No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Did he? Hold on a second.
No.
Nah.
The Mandalorian went up to him and told him to call for one of those speeders, and he blew that horn. And then he asked for a different speeder. And the junkie speeder came. I didn't hear Greedo say anything other than blowing that little horn or whatever the hell it was.
I'm talking about in episode 4. Because I'm talking about A New Hope, episode 4, the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
when Han before Han pulled a gun, shit.
They redid it again in that movie, but that wasn't a what was Greedo's name? Not Trandoshan. Might be Trandoshan. I think Greedo's.
It looked like Greedo in the Mandalorian.
No, that was a snout. And in Mandalorian, that's what they call a snout or a snoot. Okay, I got the Greedo thing right here. That's the idea. Oh, hold on, press play. I've been looking forward to this for a long time. I bet you have. Whoa! Why did it? The audio is not playing.
Take it off of mute.
He does. He goes, "Oh shit!" It's like it sounds very alien-like, but he literally says, "Oh shit." Dominic, what? Dominic has a question. Let me see. I think this is boom. Do you think we will get other characters appear in this show? I am willing to put Christopher's money that he donated that the fact we will see Bo-Katan this season in The Mandalorian. I bet my life on it. Bo-Katan. You know who Bo-Katan is?
No.
You know who Duchess Satine is?
Yeah, she's the leader of the Mandalorian.
Yeah, the one Darth Maul kills.
Is that her love interest?
Huh?
Was Bo-Katan her love interest or something?
No, Bo-Katan's her sister.
Okay.
And in Rebels, Sabine gives Bo-Katan the black saber, or was it the black saber, dark saber? She gives it to her, and Bo-Katan becomes the leader of the Mandalorians. So I have a feeling Bo-Katan is going to show up because Bo-Katan is.
You see the Night Watch?
The what? I don't know because I don't know what happened to the Mandalorians. I think that the Empire wiped out the Mandalorians. That's why they're all kind of hidden in that bunker in this episode. So I don't know what's going on with the Mandalorian culture right now, but I think they're kind of scattered, trying to find a way to rise up again. So
a little bit I've read and seen, I thought the Night Watch was like the most extreme warrior tribe, and they really believed in the.
But I think Night Watch got wiped out though.
Okay.
I think they got wiped out in Rebels. It's been a couple years since I watched Rebels. I think they got wiped out. I'm not 100% sure, but guess what? It's on Disney Plus, so I'll be binging it. But that's what I like about it, dude. Like I was just looking at it today. It's like, dude, at any moment I can just with a touch of a finger just start binging anything I want on.
I was gonna watch Rebels because, like I said, I was drawn more to clones.
Just you got to get past that first season. Season 2, dude. Like when they introduced the fucking when they introduced Darth Vader and Ahsoka and the Inquisitors. Dude, it goes straight hardcore, man.
I want to see who trained. I want to see a backstory on the Inquisitors. Like
they touched on them in the comic books a little bit. The video game that comes out Friday is also going to touch on them. That Darth Vader had the Inquisitors to help hunt down the Jedi. He trained a couple of the Inquisitors, and the Jedi Fallen Order that comes out this Friday. It has I think second sister or a couple of the Inquisitors in the game. So, yeah, the Inquisitors are actually really important. I would like to see the Inquisitors show up in the Obi-Wan show. Yeah. Because a couple of those Inquisitors are badass.
Your lightsaber is that spinning lightsaber.
They have the spinning saber, dude. The shit's, dude, I love the Inquisitors. I really, really love I like the look of the Inquisitors. I wish they would give more showtime to the Inquisitors or more screen time. Rather, like they're the better versions of the Knights of Ren.
Yep.
The fucking gimp ass Knights of Ren. Knights of Ren are a joke, man.
I don't even know why they even put those in because they're not doing anything but just taking up.
Yeah, it was like, hey, we're gonna here's the Knights of Ren, and then like they completely never touch on them again. Yeah. Like
they're just show how he put them together, how he came up through the ranks, and see them.
Well, if you read. This is why I tell you need the Audible app to get the Audible. Because if you read the Aftermath trilogy, there's a group of people that follow the dark side. They're not Force users, but they're like obsessed with Darth Vader and the Emperor. So they start collecting like all the artifacts. They collect like Darth Vader's lightsaber, and they call themselves the Acolytes of Beyond. So a lot of people theorize that the Acolytes became the Knights of Ren. So it's sort of like the evolution of the Acolytes. So that's why you gotta really read the Aftermath trilogy. It's so fucking good. Robert said the Gimp Knights of Ren. They are, dude. They're the fucking Gimps Knight of Ren, man. Like they're so crappy. Look, like we seen like the Knights of Ren in the trailers and shit, right? Like none of them have lightsabers except for Kylo, and Kylo like sitting there body slamming and choke slamming the motherfuckers in the trailer. I'm like, you know they're all gonna fucking die in the first 15 minutes of the fucking movie, man.
Yep, just like John Connors.
Yeah, dude. Why do you have to reopen that wound?
I'm sorry, I couldn't.
You had to reopen that room. This motherfucker said, look what Lex said. He said, Knights of Ren were Stimpy. The Knights of Ren.
That's funny.
Kylo will kill them all, David. I guarantee you, Kylo's gonna kill them all, man. We already seen Kylo like fucking choke slamming them motherfuckers and shit.
Yep, I do think he can kill them all.
I think he's going to, because only one of them is Force sensitive from what I know. Because in the comic book, it shows Kylo and Luke fighting the Knights of Ren, and the leader of the Knights of Ren has a lightsaber. So I think Kylo kills the leader, takes over his mantle as the leader of the Knights of Ren. So I think it's like one of those things. You kill the leader, you get promoted or some stupid shit like that. But
you keep what you kill.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know, man. Is there anything else you want to talk about, or that's Star Wars Mandalorian related, or you want to go ahead and end it?
It's something I want to talk. It's not Star Wars related, but I saw your earlier video.
Oh, what?
If we talk about Sonic,
we can talk about it a little bit, sure.
Okay, I'm not looking forward to that at all. I think that's going to be a dud.
Oh, it looks fun, man. Why you gotta be such a party pooper?
I value your opinion, and most times you're right on what you say. I agree with 90% of what you say, but I'm not certain about that.
Well, I mean, let's be honest and let's call a spade a spade. Most 99% of video game movies all suck. So there's a very good chance this movie's gonna suck. But at least the director had the balls to go, all right, we're gonna go back and fix the way he looks because you guys don't like the way he looks. He could have just been like DC with the fucking CGI Man of Steel upper lip. You know, they could have been just like DC and said, well, instead of pushing this back, we're just gonna push this out there. We don't care if the movie sucks. At least this guy was like, hey, the fans don't like the way he looks. Let's go ahead and try to fix the way he looks.
I think Jim Carrey gonna be over the top. He's gonna be like,
you can tell in the trailer he's going full Ace Ventura, dude. But like I said, I think it's gonna be fun though. I think it's gonna be fun. Like, dude, I mean, it's a fucking hedgehog wearing sneakers. How much? Like, you can't ask for it to be serious, you know? Like, he's not gonna be like the Robotnik that we grew up with, you know, because Robotnik was a twist fucker, dude. Like, he was a twisted fucker. Like, Robotnik was kidnapping animals and turning them into fucking robots and slaves. And Sonic, like, because if you watch the one cartoon, there was two different cartoons, but there was a cartoon that was on like Fox or something. It was fucking dark, dude. Like, he took Sonic's grandfather, turned him into a fucking robot. Like, Robotnik is a twisted ass motherfucker. And this looks like they're gonna go more lighthearted. Like, Sonic is from another dimension. He goes through with the ring and shit like that. Look, it's whatever. It can't be worse than Tomb. You know, it can't be worse than Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider was awful.
I never watched it.
So
I'm very peculiar what I spend my money on. Just like you were talking about last week, the Terminator, I didn't go mainly because of your critique and a lot of other critiques. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
Why am I going to go there if everybody's saying this movie sucks and it stinks? So no, I'll wait for Redbox. I'll Redbox it.
Exactly. Well, I'm probably not gonna go watch Sonic on day one. I'll probably see how the reviews are first, but I already know what I'm going to see. Like going to see that movie, I already know what I'm gonna get. I know it's not gonna be great. But, you know, if it's fun like the Pokemon Detective Pikachu was, like Detective Pikachu had problems, but it was fun. You know, as long as Sonic is fun, I'm okay with it. It's just Terminator Dark Fate, from what everybody told me, it wasn't fun. It was slamming messages in your face, and they killed the main. Like, I'm pretty sure they're not going to kill Sonic in the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Let's hope not.
You know, I'm pretty sure. Like, hey, we're going to kill Sonic. Here's Silver. It's like, no, it's not going to work like that, man. I saw Armadon in here.
I hate to keep jumping, but you and I talked earlier today. Blumhouse doing the remake of Fantasy Island.
Yeah.
I'm not understanding that. I grew up on Fantasy Island.
It's a horror movie, man. Just because it's called Fantasy Island doesn't mean it has anything to do with the Fantasy Island show.
Yeah, but they're using Mr. Rourke, the guy that played.
Okay, so maybe it does have something to do with the show. They're turning into a horror movie. I don't know what to tell you, my friend. But Blumhouse, that's all Blumhouse does is they take IPs and they make horror movies for like $10 million, and they end up making like $200 million, and they get all their money back. Like Happy Death Day, The Purge, and all that shit. Oh, we got more. We got another super chat. Christopher, dude, you got to be like running low on funds, my friend. Like, you are just going down with like money here. You're just like donate. Like, Christopher's like, I'm gonna get you your cam link, Rob. Hope Knuckles makes a cameo at the end credits. That might be possible. What's the higher percentage? We're gonna see a Tails cameo or a Knuckles cameo?
Tails.
I think we'll see Tails, because from the way it looks like, this is going to be Robotnik's origin story, and by the end of it, he's going to look like the Robotnik from the video games, because you see like all the face and stuff.
Mustache and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be like Robotnik origin story. Then we'll probably get Tails cameo toward the end, and then I think the next movie, it may be straight Knuckles, you know, or they might like Chaos, you know, that would be awesome too. It's really going to depend on if this movie makes money, if they even do a sequel. Because it cost them extra money to go back and fix that redesign.
Yeah, one quick question. How is Joker doing? I'm thinking it's going to cost $1 billion this weekend.
This weekend, I don't think it's going to do it this weekend. Let me see what the numbers are. I don't think it'll do it this weekend.
Last time we saw it was what, like 948?
Yeah, but okay, Joker made $9 million this past weekend. Okay, it is at 9. Holy shit! Yeah, it'll do it this weekend.
What's
you know what it's at right now?
About 989.
987. 900 million and 987 million. It needs 13 million to be $1 billion.
It'll do it.
It'll do it this weekend.
If it don't do it this weekend, it'll do it definitely Thanksgiving weekend.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Because the only competition it has this week is Charlie's Angels.
Oh.
I'm excited for Charlie's Angels.
I know that, but I think I'm gonna pass on that and let you critique that.
But 987, geez, that movie made 673 million overseas.
That's ridiculous.
That for a rated R movie, you're fucking damn right. That's fucking ridiculous.
That didn't go in China because China don't play rated R movies.
No, correct? China doesn't play rated R movies.
That's impressive.
So it is. It fucking is, man. Jesus Christ, dude, that's insane. Yeah, that's gonna be $1 billion movie by the end of. I'm just letting everybody know. Next Monday's video is Joker passes $1 billion. So
be dumbass. He's a billionaire popping champagne.
I was thinking about how I'm gonna do that. I honestly don't want to pop champagne in my room and get everything wet. So I got to figure out how I'm going to do that. Maybe CGI champagne. I don't know. I'm not that talented. So I got to figure out how to do that. Or I don't know. I was thinking about having David P. Dumbass do like a strip tease or something. I don't know.
Maybe he's in a club and just celebrating, making it rain.
Yeah. I could do that. I like that idea. I think that's better than the champagne. I'm going to go out and buy some fake money, some fake Hollywood money and be like, yeah. But then I can't green screen money because it'll green screen the money out. So pour a shot of whiskey, Robert. I don't have a shot of whiskey. I got coffee. I got whiskey out in the kitchen. I don't want to go out and get it though. Use apple juice. I'll take a shot of Cannonball. I got a Cannonball out there. That if Autumn lets me have it.
You see, the Joker played in China, it would have been $1 billion long time.
It would have been $1 billion already if it played it in China. Oh, for the video, I could. I like the money idea though. I really, really like the money idea. Just like make it rain, bitches. You know. Yeah, I like that.
I told you.
Yeah, good call, Danny. I like that, man. I'm gonna do that. If anything, I'll just shoot it in front of a plain white wall. That way, I don't have to green screen nothing and just straight like make it rain. You know? Yeah. That I like that. And then I'll cut the Phil being homeless still. Yeah,
that's funny.
I still got unused footage of Adam I haven't used yet. So
when he's crying in the alleyway or something, you play a kid.
Yeah. I have stuff that I still haven't used of him, but yeah, so I might still use that. Hey guys, be sure to hit that like button.
I ain't seen your buddy in a minute. C Mace.
Dude, I contacted him a couple days ago. I said, "Hey, Chris, man, you want to sign up for StreamYard? Come on and stream with us." And he's like, "No, he can't really do it because his wife won't let him." Okay, so his wife thinks it's childish to do YouTube. I mean, I wish she looked at my paychecks every month and tell me that's childish. Mm-hmm. But so when he was doing videos, he would have to shoot them out in his car. So he was kind of like hiding it from her. So he wasn't upgrading his equipment, right? I told him, like, dude, you don't need a whole lot of money. I was like, just buy a fucking webcam and a fucking $50 microphone and you're good to go. But like his wife would know he was doing it, so he couldn't do that. So he was filming in his car. The audio was bad, and he wasn't going up subscribers, right? He just wasn't going up subscribers. And he told me, he was like, dude, I'm not going to do no more videos because I'm not gonna sit there and put the effort in doing videos and only get like 3 or 4 views, which I understand. But in order to go up in views, you need to put effort into your videos. I mean, like financially, you know, I'm like, you can't sit there and shoot in your car and have like that
I remember
in your background.
He had good,
you know,
content. I mean, I subscribed to him.
He had great content.
Yep.
He had great content. His topics were good. His opinions were good. If he would have just done like me, just have a cheap ass webcam with a microphone and just sit at the desk for 5 minutes, he doesn't even need to edit anything. Just sit and talk as if you're talking to your friend and then just upload it. I did that for 5 or 6 years. That's all I did, was just get in front of the camera and talked and uploaded it. And then it wasn't until Black Panther came out where I'm like, well, I better start putting more effort in this. And I started editing and making sure the thumbnails look good. But you have to want to do it. That's the thing.
But evolve.
You can't do it thinking you're going to do it and make a shitload of money and you're only doing it for money. You have to do it because you want to do it.
Yep.
And if you and like even Adam, right? Adam started posting videos again, and dude, I got on Adam's ass because his one video, it looked awful. The screen was all stretched out. I'm like, bro, why is your screen stretched out? He's like, what are you talking about? My screen ain't stretched out. I'm just fat. I'm like, Adam, I'm fatter than you, and I don't look that fat. So I took a clip of his video, fixed it, and texted it to him. He's like, why do you always gotta criticize everything? I'm like, because you have thousands of subscribers. Put some effort into it and show some pride in your videos. You know, show pride.
Mm-hmm.
I
was really getting discouraged, and then start talking to you and got.
Dude, you want to talk about discouraged, my friend? I get discouraged every single day. I would care so much. I would put myself in a state of depression. Right, I'm not even lying to you. Before, when did we stream and Chris and Lucifer dropped all that money? What day was that? That was Sunday?
Yeah, it was Sunday, yeah.
Dude, I was depressed all week before that. I was looking at my videos. My videos were barely making 1,000 views. My live streams were only getting like $10 to $15. And like I said, the super chats are the lifeline of the channel, right? I'm like, what am I doing wrong, man? I'm like, I'm not getting views. I'm not going up subscribers. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? And then Christopher and Lucifer came in, dropped all that super chat money. Next thing you know, my videos are getting 3,000 to 4,000 views, and like it's up and down, dude. And when it's down, like I just question everything I do. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? How do I trust me, man? It's a struggle. It's a struggle. Yep. That's one reason why I can't do this full time, because they're just like for instance, I'm just gonna show you guys my cards here. The other night I made hundreds of dollars in super chats. Tonight, $25. That's why I can't do this full time. I can't live on $25.
You're right.
You know, I would love to do this full time. I can't do it because I would need like 50,000 subscribers in order to do it. In order to do it, man. And I only go up maybe 10 subscribers a day if I'm lucky.
Well, since our last one, I went up to 20.
So. No, you went up more than 20. You went from 893 to 916. So you went almost up to 90. Oh, speaking of which, I didn't mention this to you, but in the description, in the description box, I did put a link to your channel. So guys, be sure to check out Danny's channel and subscribe to his channel, guys.
Appreciate that.
No problem, my friend. Got to help people out, man. Got to help people out, you know? Got to network, man. That's how it goes.
That's correct.
Because you start networking, man, then everybody can help each other out, and it just helps everybody out in the end. And that's what I'm trying to tell people. You know. So Danny's at 916 right now, guys. Danny's at 916. I'm gonna put the link in the channel right now. Right here. Right here's the link. Subscribe to the man. Let's see if we get him to 920. Let's see if we can get Comic Chat to 920, guys. Click that. We want to try to get him monetized. Danny needs to get to 1,000 subscribers in order to be able to monetize so he can start making some money on videos. He's at 916 right now. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 or let's see if we get him to 920 right now. Let's see if we can get him to 920. And yeah, just try to help him out, guys. Try to be nice to everybody. You know, there ain't no we live short lives. Don't be mean to people. That's stupid. You know, try to be nice to people. Treat people the way you want to be treated. You know, just try to help people out. Like I said, hit that like button for me because that helps me out. Go over to Danny's channel, subscribe to Mr. Daniel, who does pretty much the same content I do. He's been upgrading his stuff lately. I've been noticing. Like you can see, his camera looks great right now. His audio looks great. A couple weeks ago, he was pixelated and lagging. So I see Danny's working his stuff out, man. He's working that stuff out. So
I'm trying it. I'm young Padawan.
Yeah, yes, sir, man. It's a struggle, man. It's a struggle, you know.
Did you read Christopher? He said he can drop 100 every night.
He said he can't drop 100 a night.
Oh, I misread that. It was Christopher's balling.
Yeah, Christopher's got to go to the bar, my friend. Christopher's like, I can't drop 100 every night, Robert.
Christopher's good people.
Yeah, Christopher's awesome, man. Christopher's awesome. I gotta go check my P.O. box Thursday. I remember him saying something about the P.O. box. Yeah.
Time for me to send you something. I'm trying to figure out what I can send you.
You want to buy me a cam link?
No.
I need a cam link, people. I've been looking at it. I can get one on Amazon for 116. But dude, it's like, I don't know, man. If I like Sunday, I got a pretty big super chat, Sunday. If I can keep that up throughout this month, then maybe next month in December, I can finally get that cam link, because I think it'll help out the channel a lot if I do the Stormscast live 3 nights a week and then film it with the cam link, and then just like the next day, take pieces of that discussion out there. It'll save me a lot of time, I think. So I'm hoping, but I have ways to upgrade. I just need to find the money to upgrade it, Mm-hmm. It's a grind, bro. It's a grind.
Definitely.
We're 2 away from Comic Chat getting 920. He's at 918 now. Let's get him to 920, guys. Come on, people. If I had something to give you guys, I would give you guys like a digital code or something. I absolutely have nothing. I'm waiting for Disney Plus to you're going out. Oh, he's heading to the bar. Well, drink one for me, my friend. Drink one for me. You have a good night, Chris. I appreciate you, my friend. I'm waiting for, how like Hulu and Netflix has like the prepaid gift card. I'm waiting for Disney Plus to come out with the ones. I'm going to give away a couple of those in giveaways. So I'm just waiting for that. But yeah, that's pretty much really it.
I can't wait to get the Mandalorian pop.
They got a Mandalorian pop coming out.
I'm pretty sure they will.
I want that little baby Yoda. That's what I fucking want. I can't wait to have that a name so I can stop calling him Baby Yoda. I'm like, Baby Yoda. You gotta have some other kind of name. Anything else you want to hit on before we get out of here? Because we've been streaming for an hour and a half. It's after midnight. At least here it is. What you doing?
The Mandalorian pop.
And then now what's your Disney Plus thing?
That's what I want.
So Lex Luthor asked, that was cool, man. Lex Luthor asked, or Lex Tuther asked if The Mandalorian is good. We've been live streaming for an hour and a half saying it was good. Of course it's good, my friend. You need to get it, man.
Midichlorian.
What do you call him? The midichlorian?
The midichlorian, a good show.
It's a great show. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end it for the night. I'm pretty tired. I've been up since like 6 this morning. Had a lot of stuff to do tonight. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream. I'm gonna go check out some of the Disney Plus content so I can do my first impressions on that tomorrow. Once again, guys, here is the link to Danny's channel. So go over there and sub to him. Let's try to get him past 920 if you guys don't mind. I love each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys for your super chat donations. You guys are the lifeline of this channel. I love you all so very much. And until next time, as always, I am Robert Storms, and that's my opinion. Later, guys.
Later.